Hi, in this Math Motor video, we're going to be solving two-step equations. And just remember that an equation is a mathematical statement with two equal expressions separated by an equal sign. And the way we solve these equations is we use inverse operations. So the inverse or opposite operation to addition would be subtraction. And likewise, the inverse operation to subtraction would be addition. We also have multiplication. Our inverse operation is division, and vice versa. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first equation here. We have our first expression on the left of 4x subtracting 8. And then we have this expression on the right side of our equal sign is 20. Over here we have x over 5, or x divided by 5, plus 4. That's our first expression here on the left. And then on the right, we have an expression of 13. So let's go ahead and work with this equation first. We'll solve for x. Now, it's easier to start with your addition and subtraction. So here we have subtract 8. Our inverse operation is addition. So we can add 8 on this side. Whatever we do to one side of an equation, we do to the other. And a negative 8 and a positive 8, or a subtract 8 and a plus 8, just brings us to 0. So we can cancel there, and we're left with 4x is equal to 20 plus 8 gives us 28. Okay, so now we have just our letter variable and our 4 here, and that's multiplication. That's 4 times x. So our inverse operation would be division. And when we're working with equations, it kind of looks like a fraction here. So we need to get x by itself, so we're going to divide by 4. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. These two 4's cancel. 4 divided by 4 gives us 1x, but we don't need to write 1x. We know any number times 1 is just going to give us that number. So we can just bring down our x. And we know that 28 divided by 4 gives us 7. Alright, so if we go back into our original equation, and we know that x is 7, 4 times 7 gives us 28. 28 minus 8, sure enough, gives us 20. So this checks out. Alright, let's look at our second equation. So we have a plus 4 here, and a subtract 4 is our inverse. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. Okay, and these cancel, right? We have a positive 4 and a negative 4. That brings us to 0. We have x over 5 is equal to 13 minus 4. That gives us 9. Okay, so I'm going to show you the proper way to solve this equation at this point, and then I'll show you the shortcut. Okay, so our inverse operation to division is multiplication. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. Now, in order to multiply this number to this fraction, we need this in fraction form. And we can put any number over 1, and it doesn't change anything. Because if we remember, fractions behave like division. So if we divide 5 by 1, we get 5. So this is equal to 5, but we have it in fraction form, and we can multiply straight across. And that's what we needed. 5 times x gives us 5x. 1 times 5 gives us 5. And over here we have 45. And we know that 5 divided by 5 give us 1x, but we don't need to write our 1. We just know that that is x is equal to 45.